Now, before we start this video, I gotta talk about this rumor. This is a rumor. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm not saying anything close to it. But because of the nature of this video is about the NFC East, this could be hilarious. I can't wait to see how Mark Holmes will react if this is true. Get this. The big rumor right now, and I've seen three different people talk about this. The Pound Browns are negotiating, quote, as we speak, with the Pound Cowboys for a trade centered around quarterback Dak Prescott, per Bruce Dennen. Now, all I can say is if the Cowboys did this, I actually think it's smart. You're not going to win with the guy. You're not going to win with him. It's time to rebuild. And actually, I would get ahead of it. I actually think the Cowboys would be smart to do this because I think Dak needs a change of pace, and I think they need to realize you can't win with him. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but it's funny. Now, let's get to this video. New York Giants are the team that just keeps on giving. Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, Dingbat here, there has been no repeat division winners since 2004 when the Eagles did it. Well, guess what? It's about to happen again and again and again because the Eagles are about to go on a gigantic run. With the way the Dallas Cowboys and the way the New York Giants have approached this offseason, they have basically decapitated themselves to the point where this division is now a two-team race, and it's going to be like that for the foreseeable future. That is no joke. The Giants, major mistakes they've made this all season. The Dallas Cowboys, major over-evaluation of how good they are. And they have made giant mistakes. Now, yes, of course, the offseason is far from done. There could be moves made that those teams could help themselves out. But speaking of helping out, if you haven't, just check, double moonwalk check. Make sure you're still subscribed and all those things. The bell has been hit because YouTube is throttling me again. They are once again bending me over the couch and ripping in, and it hurts, okay? I'm having to go through this again and again with them. So double moonwalk check, and I appreciate it very, very much. Now, here's a couple things I got to say before we get into this division and the debacle that is the Cowboys and the Giants, and why that benefits the Eagles. I think one of the players, or one of the guys, or positions rather, sorry, it's 5 a.m. in the morning, forgive me, but I think one of the positions the Eagles should go after in this draft, late, mid-rounds, is another running back, okay? I think Will Shipley, I think he's a fine prospect. We'll see what he is. A.J. Dillon is a beast of a running back if he's healthy. And then Saquon Barkley perhaps is the best player in the league. All right? But I think you could use another back. I think like a quick, shifty, dynamic type back would be a great thing. And get this. The Eagles could be seeing, quote, blue in the draft as their scheduled top 30 visit, says Ed Kratz. While the Cowboys and the Giants see blue balls, the Eagles are going to see blue. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Texas Longhorns running back Jaden Blue is meeting with the Eagles as one of their top 30 visits. Blue is a dynamic running back who played behind some good backs at Texas, so the wear and tear on his body isn't great. Or maybe it's not that bad. I don't know. They'll find out. He's 5'9", 196 pounds, and he ran a 4.38 at the Combine. He had 134 carries last year for 730 yards. He averaged 5.4 yards a carry, and he also had 42 catches for 386 yards and 6 touchdowns. So he's dynamic. He can catch out of the backfield, and he's fast. I think a change of pace type back like this would be a great addition to the Eagles. So I like this very much. The Eagles tend to bring in guys for visits. They tend to draft them at some point. So we'll see. But I like this. I like what the Eagles are doing there. Now, while, speaking of this offseason and liking what the Eagles are doing and things like that, there's a few things. First thing, Jordan Davis's contract looms. Okay, will the Eagles pick it up? Will they not pick it up? May 1st is, I guess, the decision. So I think the Eagles, I think what they're going to do is here, and I'm just going to put it out there because there's a lot of debate. I think the Eagles are going to try to extend him. I think they're going to try to extend him for a team-friendly deal, and if he's smart, he'll stay. He'll stay with his fellow players, and he'll stay around Clint Hurt. Clint Hurt believes Jordan Davis has not finished developing. I think Jordan Davis turned a corner in the NFC Championship game, and we're going to just have to see if the Eagles think the same thing. I think that Jordan Davis, I think his best years are in front of him. Question is, are the Eagles going to sign him to some huge contract? Probably not. Are they going to pick up his contract and pay him $12 million for 1 year? Yet to be determined, but that is a lot of money for a guy that doesn't play enough snaps. But if the Eagles could get him on a team-friendly deal, there's something that'll come out to less than $12 million a year, in an extension, have that extension kick in 2 years. I think it could be a good situation for the Eagles. And maybe you get like a 3-year extension, something like that, where he has a chance to renegotiate if he shows up. Put some good incentives in there. But I don't think the Eagles should give up with Jordan Davis. I think Clint Hurt believes in him and thinks he's still developing. Then I agree. Let's see what he does this year. Now, speaking of this year, as I was saying, when you look at the totality of the NFC East, there are 2 teams. There are the Eagles and there are the Washington Commanders. Commanders, I think, have gotten somewhat better. I think the Eagles, I think we've lost some talent. And I don't know that we have the same talent overall as we did last year in terms of depth. I do think we got young guys that will show themselves, and I still think the Eagles are the best team, the cream of the crop in the National Football League, let alone the division. The Eagles are clearly the best team in the league. Okay, so when you look at this division, you got 2 teams that are going to compete for the division. You look at the Dallas Cowboys and the Giants. I think they've made colossal mistakes. And the Giants signing Russell Wilson yesterday, I think they put themselves back 4 to 5 years. The Giants are now being held hostage by their GM. And what I mean by that is I think one of the worst situations you could be in is when a GM gets that extra year where he's in charge. He feels like, I got to win games now to save my job. Otherwise, I'm going to get fired. Do you think a guy who might lose his job if he doesn't win enough games the upcoming year cares about the quarterback they're going to have in 3 years? Do you think he cares about developing a team 3-4 years? No, he's trying to save his job. That's why the Giants go out and they sign Russell Wilson. Breaking, quarterback Russell Wilson signing with the Giants on a 1-year, $10.5 million deal, chance to earn $21 million. And he gets a new walker to help him walk out there because he's so old he can't move. Russell Wilson. If Russell Wilson had anything left, all right, and I don't think he has much, if he had anything left, you think he's going to go to a team that stinks? No, he's going to wherever he can get a job. No, if he really had anything left, he would be trying to find a team that can win. At best, what do you think the Giants do? At best, 8 wins, 9 wins. Even in a dream case scenario that would never happen, the Giants could make the playoffs as a wild card team. Okay? And then what? In a year you lose them, and then what do you have? You have no quarterback, right? The Giants have trapped themselves in Joe Schoen's reality. And basically, if the Giants go into this draft and don't come away with their franchise quarterback, they're screwed. They're screwed. They're going to win too many games next year, and they were not going to be picking top 3. The Giants have to go and spend on getting Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward. They've got to find a way to get one of those guys. And then they have to hope they develop. Then you're going to get your rookie quarterback. You're going to sit him on the bench and start wasting his rookie contract. Now, if they don't get a quarterback and they say, well, we got to build around Russell Wilson, now you're not going to pick high enough to get a good quarterback in future years. We've seen this with the Eagles. The Eagles used to play this game. All right? I don't know if you guys remember the Rodney Peete days. That's what this feels like. Giants are risking everything. They've got to get a quarterback for the future. And if they don't do it in this draft, if they don't find a guy, they're screwed. Because Russell Wilson, look, I don't think he's got a lot left, but I still think the Giants probably win more games than they won a year ago. They might win 7, 8 games. Okay? So all of a sudden, they're in a position where they got to get a quarterback, and they got to get him now. And then if you get him now, then you're not really getting guys in the first round that could come in and help Russell Wilson right away. And why do you care about winning 7 or 8 games this year anyways when you can't beat the Eagles, you can't beat the Commanders? So that's 4 losses right there. But what are they doing? They have basically screwed themselves up so bad by keeping that GM who had one of the worst debacles you could ever see by a GM. I love it. I think the Giants have done great damage by going out and get Russell Wilson. They should have kept Winston and then just go and draft a quarterback and let the rookie play. You're going to lose games, but he's going to develop. And then you're going to get another high pick and you build around him. Now, everything the Giants do, everything is being risked on. They have to come away with a quarterback in this draft or they're screwed. Then you look at the stupid Dallas Cowboys. Now, here's a team that has a fan base, delusional. When they argue and they get into debates, if the argument for them to win an argument is, oh, Dak Prescott is the only guy on that team, we have no talent but him, then they say it. But then if the argument is, we signed a couple guys, we got a great team now, we can win, we can compete, then they argue that. They argue whatever they think will help their narrative, but it always changes. Dak Prescott's a great regular season quarterback, and he wins games. You take him off the Dallas Cowboys in the regular season, they stink. The rest of the team stinks. Now, you look at what the Cowboys did. They went out and they signed some guys, former first-round picks that haven't panned out. So they get them on the cheap. They bring them in, and they think they can compete. Their roster isn't good enough. They ain't good enough. Dak will come back. They'll win some regular season games. They can't win in the playoffs. You put Dak Prescott on the Eagles last year, he ain't winning. The Eagles aren't winning Super Bowl. I hate to tell you. He can't win as a 1 seed. He can't win as a 2 seed. He's already probably lost as a 3 seed too. I'd have to double check. But, honestly, where do the Cowboys scare you? Where do the Eagles look at the Cowboys and say, oh, shit? Where? They're another team. They better come away with Genty in this draft. They're in trouble. Miles Sanders, their running game, it doesn't scare me. They let Cooks go. They got Lamb. They don't have weapons in the passing game, but one guy. And then they got Dak, who's older and can't win big games. Dallas is screwed. They're screwed. Both those teams have not done enough. Giants should just been trying to rebuild and starting over. Dallas needed to go out and land the DK Metcalf. They needed to sign a Milt Williams. They needed players. They just don't have it. So right now, when you look at the NFC East as a whole, it's the Eagles Commanders, baby. That's what it is. It's going to be those two teams battling for years and years to come. And I love it. And right now, the way we sit, even though we've lost some guys, we're still so much better than any of these teams talent-wise. It's not even close. We got a young roster. We got a talented roster. We got a roster that has experience and have won. And I think one good draft, and the Eagles will be ready to go. With that said, take care. Talk to you later, of course. Don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's how we vision, baby. We're all just living in it. So just a quick reminder that right now, the Jalen Hurts Main Thing shirts, MVP, they are flying right now. We just got some more t-shirts in. We still have hoodies. We also got the premium one. Everybody's been liking that. So I just want to let you guys know, in the description, if you're down, if you want to get this piece of history, you still have time because they're still available. And definitely don't miss out. These are my favorite merchandise that we have done. And listen, I haven't even got mine yet. Okay, because they've been going so fast with people buying them that I haven't even got mine yet. I'm gonna have to wait, but everybody loves it, so check it out. Denzel Washington, Out. That's all, folks.
The brother screwed us.